Great. How are you?
Good. Obviously, fouls have been a little bit of an issue for you lately. What have you seen looking at film? What have coaches told you about kind of correcting that?
Yeah, I just got to stay disciplined. I can pick up the cheap fouls. Those are like fouls I could really easily avoid, and just got to stay disciplined. Avoid the cheap fouls.
How hard is that to do? Just because so much of your game is about energy, and obviously you want to try to block every shot and that sort of thing. How hard is that to, I guess, stay disciplined?
Obviously, it's a learning process. I always want to prevent the other team from scoring as much as possible. Doing anything I can, but at the same time, I gotta understand it's also the other team's game plan to get me in foul trouble, and also I gotta limit it as much as possible and stay on the floor, and to be able to help my team by staying on the floor as much as possible.
How much has your role changed this year, just on both ends? It seems like you're out on the perimeter a lot more on both ends.
Yeah, it has taken like a completely new turn from last year, having such an amazing guys on the squad last year, and this year now I have a bunch of young guys. I have to play with them, and I love it. Like change is always good. I've been involved heavily on the offensive end this year, and I'm embracing it, and I'm loving it.
What type of development do you want to show in December?
To be honest, developing the team together, winning more games, playing more as a team, playing cohesively, having everyone understanding their role on the team. It's more about the team and less about myself right now. Trying to get the team together to be able to win more games.
How long does it take, in your opinion, for a team to come together?
I don't know. I'm not a coach. I'm a player. Bob tries everything I can, give everything I can to make it come as soon as possible.
What's it going to take to win this tough road game with a young team on Saturday?
Obviously, it's, like you said, it's a tough road game. It's going to take everything. Full out effort, concentration, guys doing what they need to do, fighting, battling, giving everything we got. Obviously, it's going to take everything we got in us to win a tough road game.
With you being on the perimeter a little bit more, how much did you have to get used to putting the ball on the floor and trying to blow by your man as opposed to just staying in the post?
I would say it's all down to practice. I understood what my role was going to be this year, and I put the work in with the coaches, and the coaches helped me through. Countless hours at the gym, trying to restructure my mind that I'm not going to be in the post the whole time. So I would say it's more practice and with the coaches trying to put it in my head you're not just in the post anymore.
One of the things that struck me about some of those threes you made in the last game, not only did you make them, it seemed like your confidence was going up. The way you shot them seemed more confident. Was I just imagining things, or are you feeling that confidence grow as the season goes on?
No, yeah, every time you see the ball through the hoop, confidence builds. So yeah, my confidence is really high, and that's good as we take this road trip to Villanova for sure.
What's gone into, would you say, shoot 42.9%? What would you say has gone into that?
Man, countless days of hard work over the summer. A lot of coaches got with me. We've been working every day on getting my shot right. Coming out of high school, I was a really good shooter, and I just really wanted to get back to that. And I think the coaches did a great job of helping me get back to that. For sure.
How much do you think it is having confidence in your base again after the knee injury?
Yeah, for sure. Well, like I said, coming back from out of high school, I got injured before I was able to play my first game, and when I got back, it was like I was thrown into the fire early. So with time and being able to learn tempo and stuff like that, I think everything was just going to fall back into place eventually, for sure.
Well, how do you want to see this team develop in December?
I want to see us do really good in December, honestly. I know we got a lot of tough games, conference games. I think we're going to be really good. We're really young, so there's going to be growing pains, but at the end of the day, we're going to be really ready.
What can you do to maintain the fact that you are UCLA's top three-point shooter right now?
Same thing I've been doing, hard work, continuing to stay in the gym, listening to the coaches and staying confident in my shot. That's what's going to do it.
How do you feel about the communication right now in perimeter defense especially? It seems like there's some miscommunication sometimes on switches especially.
I mean, it's just a game plan. They always have the right game plan. It's just how well we follow the game plan. So we've been working in practice every day with switches, and I mean, game by game, our defense is going to get a lot better. So should be really well moving forward.
Well, when you first came into UCLA, did you think just a couple of years in that you'd be one of the leaders on this team?
Yeah, absolutely. Coming in, I really felt like I bring that leadership aspect to the team, and I was able to pick up some leadership roles from Dave, Tiger, Jaime from the previous years. So, yeah, coming into the school, I really felt like I could be a leader here.
Thinking back on last year, you played with a brace on for part of last year, right? Not all of last year. How much is it just not having to even think about something like that, as far as how you've been performing so far this year?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I've never played really with any type of brace on, no ankle braces, no nothing. So, I mean, not having a brace now is really well. I really didn't want to play with a brace when I came back, but that's really not up to me. But, yeah, not having a brace is really, it's relieving for sure.
Is there something else? You're showing us your shooting, obviously defense and things like that. Is there something else that you feel like you can show for the rest of this year?
I mean, yeah, throughout the year, I want to get better in all aspects of my game, whether that be playmaking, whether that be driving to the basket, getting to the free throw line, getting more steals, more defense, more assists, being leadership. So, I mean, I feel like in every aspect I can be better and show that moving forward.
Thank you.
Did you get a standing ovation when you went back to class for that game winner?
Yeah, it was pretty different, man. Just going back to class, walking around campus, people were just like, "Nice shot, man. We saw the game," and so that was actually cool.
How many times do you rewatch it?
I mean, I'm a big film guy, so I'm always watching film. So, really, it was a big shot, but I'm looking at what happened to how do we get there, and so yeah.
If I could take you back to that just a little bit more, what does it mean to you personally to get that love from everybody around here on campus after something like that?
I mean, it's dope, man. It's a blessing. It just really shows love and how, like, the fans and the people up here really care about the sport and really care about their athletics. And so, man, it's a blessing.
You mentioned you were looking at film. Talk to us about how you think the team got there in that position where you needed to hit that shot, and how do you not put yourselves in position to need to do that in the future?
I mean, we just struggled with following the game plan. We knew the game plan coming in. We knew for a fact that they were a good three-point shooting team, and we knew for a fact that the only way they could really, really beat us was, three-point shooting. And credit to them, man, they hit 14 threes. And so we really just bombed the game plan because coming in, Coach Savino really stressed. They're going to be driving and kicking. They're going to be looking for three-point shots. They're going to pump fake. They're going to go off 2 feet in the paint and look for shooters. And so we knew that, but I guess come game time, we just bombed it.
What was the issue? Was it a lot of overhelping? What did you kind of see when you were looking at the game plan?
I mean, we were switching, and so our big men would be on the guard, and so they were playing iso ball, and so we were too much worried about helping out our big men too much, and they would spray out the threes.
What are you looking forward to about this Villanova game in Philly?
I mean, we played Villanova, man, at Nova. It doesn't get any better than that, man. It's actually just that experience to be able to play in that game. I'm very excited about that.
You feel like you have to be a leader as the point guard and a sophomore on this team going into an environment like that?
For sure. Not only me, but everybody has to be locked in, and this is a very big game for that, and we get to see, man, just how it practices and how all this stuff comes into play. So, we're excited about it, man, preparing for it, and we just can't wait to leave to go to Philadelphia.
How often do you get to play in NBA gyms?
Not often. Especially, this is my second year, so last year we got to play, T-Mobile Arena, we got to play Madison Square Garden, so more and more. So I'm excited to see what arena we're going to be playing in this year. Plus, we play after Villanova, we play in Atlanta, I believe, against Ohio State. The Hawks Arena, yeah. So
those little things like that, they matter to you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, who wouldn't want to play on an NBA arena? So.
Earlier this season, obviously, you were sat for the one game. How did that maybe serve as maybe a wake-up call or something to kind of maybe motivate you going forward?
I mean, what was the question again?
As far as, the one game you were sat,
yeah.
Did that serve as any sort of wake-up call or anything like that?
I mean, a wake-up call, yes. I mean, it just shows, man, like, just sitting there, man, I really wanted to be on that court and just be able to help my team. And so I knew for a fact I couldn't do that. So, yes, it's a wake-up call, and it shows that my team, you know, needs me on that court. And so, yeah, it was a wake-up call.
Your mid-range game has been a real strength this year. How much work did you put in on that over the offseason?
A lot of work. A lot of work. I take pride in my mid-range. I don't like missing a mid-range shot at all. And of course it's gonna happen, but like that's just one thing I know for a fact. Like I'm a big fan of watching Chris Paul. And so I love how he comes off the screen and just, you know, pace, and then gets to his shot in the mid-range area. And so, you know, growing up, I've always watched that. And so I've been a good mid-range shooter growing up and stuff like that, and it just carried on. And so I've been just working on it consistently. And so this summer was actually a 3-ball summer for me. And so I was just making sure to work on my 3-point shot, just get that percentage up, because I know for a fact I'm going to have big minutes and be able to, like, I'm going to be in spots to where I know for a fact I got to make those shots. So, yeah.
Have you still been in regular contact with Tiger?
Yeah.
What's been his biggest kind of advice to you?
It's a long season, man. Keep your head on straight and just keep your mental right.
How's he doing?
He's doing great. That's my guy.
When you were talking about pace, it almost made me think that, like, you know, if you want to play with pace, like, this is the right school for you, because, you know, not every game you're going to be scoring 100 or 90 or anything like that. Like, it's going to take defense and timely offense to win games.
Yeah, it's a war out there, for sure, and defense wins games, and this is the place to be for that. Cronin stresses defense 24/7, and also, man, he trusts me. And so with that, you know, I got to be a coach on the floor for, you know, when we're on the opposite end and we're playing in a big environment to where, like, we can't hear coach on the other side. So I got to be that voice on the court. And so.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dylan.
Appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.
You too.